Welcome back, sinners. Once again, I'm recording on a Sunday because apparently this is the only day I seem to be able to consistently record on at the moment. Why? Why not? Now, a very, very big thing to mention here is, of course, that, well, this will be one of the last ones for a little bit, I think. We'll see about throwing some stuff together in the meantime, perhaps. But, yeah, this is one of the last weeks I'm doing stuff for a bit. Not the videos, I think I'll still continue videos, so, whether it be diaries or something a little bit different, you will get something. I've been getting my thoughts together on T'Challa's campaign, so let's talk a little about, well, not just my thoughts on that, but I guess how I've been thinking about it, because I must admit, I struggled at first with that one, and you'll see it on stream. So yeah, if you see it on stream, I had a bit of a hard time with it, honestly, and to be honest, I had a really weirdly hard time trying to play it, honestly, for a bit. I think I'm just not used to Slaanesh. There's definitely things I'd do differently. It's a very non-normal campaign, like, it doesn't want you to paint the map necessarily. Not at first, anyway, which is weird to me. I'm used to map painting, so it's a bit of a different thing. So, something to get used to, I guess. But other than that, obviously this week, there's been a lot of releases, hasn't there? And we've had the Hive Scum for Darktide, the Total War DLC, the announcement for End Times, which is wild to me. I will say. It's a very wild thing that we have the End Times coming, and it won't be the last DLC. 4 Lords, though. Nagash being one of those 4 paid-for Lords. Insane. Insane. I just need to stress to you the caliber of characters we're likely to be getting here, if that's on the table. Nagash returning is, on his own, an End Times threat, right? Just to stress to you. That being the literal inventor of necromancy and pretty much the creator of the undead as a thing. Yeah, a being that even the Chaos Gods themselves don't want to rise to power? Yeah, no. This is a big deal. This is a very, very big deal. And frankly, it's not a small thing that he's coming back. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, honestly. I'm looking forward to it a lot. I'm really, really looking forward to it, couldn't tell. Also, new Tomb King stuff. Kenrick Titan, finally. Holy shit. I mean, this is a good excuse for us to get all kinds of undead units that we wouldn't normally be getting. And I hope that they're going to show off a bunch of stuff more. Show off like a Tomb Herald, the Morghast, and the Kenrick Titan. All of them are good, but I want to see what else we're getting. Likely getting a legendary hero Blood Dragon, and Neferata as maybe an FLC? I mean, if she's part of the DLC, I'll be happy with that. If, like, they just give us 2 legendary lords, I'll be happy with that. But I can see them split them up. Who knows? Point is, we've got a lot to play with, including the fact that this End Times DLC is like an expansion more than a DLC. I mean, I miss the days of expansions, but they do big things. This is going to be a big thing. So, map devastation, that whole shit. I really want to know what you can customize about it, if anything, because the End Times narrative, End Times units, great. So, that's some things I'm looking forward to coming up. Because, honestly, holy shit. Holy shit. This is, big. And the fact there's more to come after that is amazing. I am interested as well, because they're announcing, well, they've announced Medieval 3. That's in pre-production. Then there's going to be a fantasy game. I have no idea what this other fantasy title is. Is it wrong of me to ask that maybe they do their own one? And not just use a different, you know. I don't know. Like, part of me just thinks, you know, what if they do their own thing? Like, don't do Someone else's franchise, make your own. I mean, maybe it'd be a lot more work, maybe too much work, but at the same time, very rewarding, I think. To be able to sit down, write stuff, to create something new for you. I think, personally, that'd be quite fun. But I suppose from a company perspective, risky. And obviously, you gotta be careful of what kind of things that you do as a company, right? So, yeah, we'll see. It's the Game Awards that are going to announce this, so it'll be to a very wide audience. So I'm curious what it's going to be. It's big enough that they were willing to split it off from their 25-year anniversary stream, which did leave that stream a little lacking in places, but Medieval 3 and the End Times are pretty big things to announce, so we're getting some good stuff next year, which we need because Creative Assembly haven't done anything for the last, I don't know, while and a bit. So I really don't know what exactly is coming. But I'm interested. I'm interested to see what it'll be. And depending on what it is, I may well cover it. I'm not just a Warhammer person after all. I do non-Warhammer stuff, it's just I really like Warhammer. So a lot of Warhammer is a big part of what I do. But that doesn't mean all going to be that, and my interests wax and wane at times, so we'll see. I may find something else that I get obsessed with for a little bit, you know? I mean, my aesthetic isn't strictly Warhammer, and there's a reason for that. It's because I don't want to be tied down to it. It's something I love, something I enjoy, but I don't want to tie myself down to it. So, despite me making stuff for it, despite me, being quite in on it, I don't consider myself a Warhammer creator. The reason I don't is quite simple. I think that the minute you tie yourself down to something, that's you. That's your whole thing. I don't want that for me. I want to still be able to do other things, you know? So that's a big thing for me. And seeing like Legend of Total War doing other things and starting to like branch out in other places, I think that's really important and big. I think it just depends how you do it. And here's the thing, I wouldn't say I'm going to throw away Warhammer content. No, I'm going to do more stuff with it. I mean, we've got more stuff that you guys are really keen for me to do. So we're going to do a bit of that. But those lore streams and videos don't have to be just Warhammer, by the way. We can do non-Warhammer stuff if you want. I would like to stress this. If you want to look at Halo, if you want to look at another franchise that maybe I like, let me know, because we can do that. And it'd be interesting to dig into it. I mean, as someone who likes to make settings and lore myself, I'm always interested in other things. I mean, look at me. I made a bit of lore for myself, after all. Cyber Angels and that, so, I do a bit of that on the side as well. So, personally, I still want to look around, well. So, we'll do that too, don't you worry. That'll be something we do engage in. And the reason I wanted to mention that is because I don't consider myself a strictly Warhammer creator. It's just I do a lot of stuff with Warhammer. Because I like the franchise. But, not my only liked franchise. Halo will always be one of my first loves when it comes to sci-fi. Maybe even more than Star Wars. I'm not saying it's better than Star Wars, I'm saying it was one of the things that captured me more, because Star Wars, I do love Star Wars. Star Wars is cool. But Halo was something I got really into. Especially Halo Reach. That was, I love that. That game was my childhood. Hands down. Better or worse, it was my childhood. Halo 4 to a lesser extent as well. And then, more recent years, I have fallen in love with Halo 3 ODST. That game is beautiful, honestly. The fact they haven't made more like that is criminal. I mean, obviously, Bungie never got a chance, but I feel like they might have. I don't think the current people will, because I don't think they've got the creative talent for it, to be honest. It sounds harsh, me saying that, but I don't know how much creative talent's left in Microsoft these days. They're using AI so much, I personally don't think they've got any left. I'm welcome to be proven wrong, by the way, and I hope I am. I don't want to be correct, but it's one of those things where Halo is a beautiful memory that I get to relive in the Master Chief Collection. And that's it. And Halo Wars 2. Halo Wars was amazing. Dave Assembly was involved in Halo Wars, actually, if memory serves. Halo Wars 2 at least. So, even they can expand a little bit. So, what I'm saying is please know that I'm not tying myself down. I am happy to try things. If you say, hey Cobra, you might like this game, I will look at it. I might, if I want to play it, I might even play it with you guys for the first time. You know? We could do that. That'd be fun. Like, I like Helldivers, for example. They've recently released something big for that. Also, the fact that we're going to get a massive reduction in size, which is incredible. I hope more devs take note, because stop releasing games that have 100 gig storage. You're making my 2 terabyte bloody storage, my M2 storage, feel a bit small with all these 100 gig installs. Seriously. I would like to have a library, not a few, you know? It's like having a bookshelf, but each book is like, I don't know, so big that it takes up a third of the shelf each. And you gotta fit some small ones in between, you know? And every so often you have to expand it more because there's more to it. And obviously, I do play a lot of Paradox games. I play Total War. These are all chunky games. Occasionally I reinstall Marvel Rivals. That's a chunky game. I haven't played it much, honestly, but I still like Rivals a bit. But I've not touched it in a while. Played the Halloween event a bit. That was fun. Mostly as Blade, but a little bit of Shock. Little Jeff. I wasn't so little at the end of that, actually. He was quite big. A large Jeff, actually. Got killed a lot. He's not got the invincibility of Blade. But anyway, yeah, hopefully the point stands as to my not wanting to be tied down. So, just again, we will be doing other stuff. And I think in the new year, I would like to a point. I would like to cover stuff that's different. I would like to try things. I want to experiment a little bit. Total War has been a comfy net to put myself in. But occasionally, I want to reach out. I want to try other things. Maybe even other Total Wars. Honestly, I have Rome. Shogun was a good bit of fun. It was interesting to try a game that was very different. You didn't run troops around all the time. It was actually a problem if they got tired. Firearms were very, very lethal. More so than even Warhammer, because one hit, one kill on the model. Even cavalry. The bulletproof samurai are the only exceptions to that rule, by the way. But maybe I want to try Rome. I've not really given Rome a proper chance. I own Rome. I own a lot of DLCs for Rome, but I've just never given Rome the chance it deserved. Very ambitious title, that one. The only thing more ambitious than Rome was Total War Warhammer. Easily. Saying that the scale they wanted to do Rome in. I wish they'd have pulled it off. I do wish they were able to pull it off. The exact what they showed originally. That original show, if they could pull off a game like that, that'd be amazing. Medieval 3, hopefully, will have that. It needs to, honestly, and then some. To be honest, to live up to what the community wants, and to be a big enough hit that it can stand alongside the fantasy titles, you've got to put systems in that. You've got to put work in. It's a new engine, apparently. It needs it. Honestly, half these game engines that are being used nowadays, just so old. It costs money, I know, but invest in a new system. And please don't use Unreal 5. I'm sorry, but I've yet to find a game on Unreal 5 that plays nicely, without a lot of work. I'm happy to be proven wrong again, but, such a bad engine. Unreal 4 or older, please. Or just a different engine. But, anyway, my long rant about games and everything. I have my opinions. I try and keep them to myself most of the time, but they slip out. Maybe I should talk about them. I don't know. I always worry a bit, like I don't think I have any, like, really bad opinions on stuff, but I definitely always worry what people think about. I guess, I don't know, maybe I'm just a bit shy to conflict sometimes. Like, if it comes looking for me, I'll deal with it, but I don't go looking for it, you know? I'm just trying to be a little dude, a little goober, doing my thing, having fun. That's all I really wanted. But obviously, not everyone around here is as fun-loving as me, unfortunately. Some people like the drama, some people want the attention, the eyes, the wow. And some people just, I don't know, they just want to be the thing. And I think that's a bit sad, that they feel like they have to be, or like, you have to be controversial. Like, there's like two ends of it. You have to either be constantly jumping on bandwagons on people, or you have to be controversial. Like, no, you don't. You don't. And to quote many people who are much smarter than me, it hurts your reputation permanently. Do you know why I very rarely voice my opinions on things that are big going on at the moment? It's because it can really hurt you. It can. Because people will look at that, people will find that, they will drag it up and they will smack it in your face. If it hasn't aged well, oh boy. Doesn't matter how long ago it was, we're in an age where people just love to do that now. You know, I very rarely make a statement. But like on the Zendaya thing, I made a statement. Because I didn't agree with all the harassment she was getting. I thought that was wrong, the model's beautiful, and I'm glad she stuck with it. Because it's not what people are calling it. Those people, frankly, I'm going to say this, are attention seekers who can't handle someone else's success and think they've found a way to knock them down a peg. Because we all live in the VTuber crab bucket and we have to drag each other down. Well, I'm sorry, you dragged yourself down now. Most people who saw your post didn't agree with you, and now you look like a prick. Maybe in a more calmer time, that might have been a conversation. I'm sure not all of you were trying to be attention-seeking little assholes, but you managed it. And now it's bit you in the ass. So now your December is going to be very rough online. My honest advice? Stop talking. Just stop. Move on. Move on. Take down the post if you want. Move on. Just encircle yourself in your communities for a bit. Let it blow over. Then move on. Don't try and argue it. Because even if you may be right in some things, I don't think you are personally, but even if you think you're right, no one to listen to you now. The majority of people will not listen to you now. So my honest advice to those people is to rest, have a good Christmas, and stop engaging. I would say as well, and I'm glad she did listen to people's advice in the end. Paul Zen kept engaging with these people, and it just wasn't going well. And you could see the frustration, and I felt sad. I felt sad for it. I think I was in the many voices of people who were just saying, please stop responding to people. Stop. Here's the thing. When the mob comes after you, if you bend the knee, they have power. If you instead just ignore them, you'll realise there's like 5 people, and they're just really noisy. And that's it. We move on. I'm not going to say I'd handle it as well. Maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. Never been in that position. I hope I never am, but we'll probably have one day. Someone will decide they don't like me. Apparently, well, eventually. I know, not everyone likes me. Hard to believe, I know. I can be abrasive to some people. But hey, it is what it is. Point is, try and have a good Christmas, folks. That's the point I'm making here. Stop getting in drama. Touch some grass. Go see your family you probably haven't spoken to in a while, maybe. Have some eggnog or something, or a drink. Enjoy some fatty foods. You know. Don't go crazy, but like at the same time, if your waistline goes a little, you can just not eat those things after crimbus and it'll all work off anyway, so it's all good. But, anyway, I think I've yammered on long enough, and if you have somehow enjoyed my yammering, then please feel free to leave a like, maybe even a subscribe. Maybe. If you want. You don't have to, but I would extremely appreciate it if you did. And there is the dislike too, if you insist. This one might get a few, I don't know. I feel like I may have said some things that some people might not agree with, but hey, you know what? You have an opinion, you are willed. You have free will, use it. But please voice that free will in the comments down below. But, as I say, this will be one of the last... I don't know, we'll see. I might still do these, I might do something a little different just to fill in the gap, and then... It'll still be on Tuesdays though, don't worry. And if I do not do one of these, it'll be like 1 week, so... Yeah, we'll see how much of a rest I need, because I also need rest too. But, that all being said, I have been Baron Zarko Brown, your Cyber Angel VTuber, and I do wish you all a wonderful December. And if this is the last time you see me for a while, which you probably won't be, but just in case, have a Merry Christmas. Until then, ta-ta for now.